my book and wax friends. I'm Amber. If you're new, welcome back. If you are returning, I do post about all things bookish and home fragrance, and today's video is a book haul. So these are some of the books that I have gotten in for the past month and a half, including some special editions. So let's get to it. I'm excited to share these. Oh, and just one second, I just realized I forgot a book. I will be right back. Okay, the first book I have to share is the sequel to Town of Shadows by Jessica Scarlett. It is Smoke in the Mirrors, and this is the second book in her Slanted London series. I think it's going to be a trilogy. I've already started it because I was so excited to get to it. The first book was a 5-star for me. It's amazing. It's a historical fantasy, and I loved it so much. It ended on a bit of a cliffhanger, and so I was like, I have to get to this book and see what happens. It's about as I said, Victorian London, but it is fantasy. There is magic, but it is illegal to use magic. If you have magic, you can have it. Everything's okay as long as you don't use it. But if you use it and you get caught using magic, then you get arrested and executed pretty much. And so it's about a girl named Dorothy, and at the beginning of the book, her father and herself are trying to invent something that will catch this guy that's been like kidnapping and creating these people that end up coming back from being kidnapped. They end up being mad from their experience. And so they're trying to catch him and invent this tool that would catch him and help the crown realize not everybody who has magic is necessarily evil or going to use magic in an evil way. And from that, oh, excuse me, sorry guys. From that, you find out that her father ends up getting kidnapped at the beginning of the book, and she ends up having to get help from a guy named Ashley Gardner to try and get her father back, find him and get him back. So that's where the story begins. She does have magic. She pretty much lives inside her house because she's so afraid of the magic, which is kind of uncontrollable for her to present itself when she's in public. And so anyway, it's wonderful. Love it. Highly recommend. As I said, 5 stars. And I bet this will be 5 stars too. I'm loving it so far, and I'm not very far into it at all. So that is Smoke in the Mirrors. Okay, the next ones, I had to get them. I finished the final book in the Mistborn Era 1 in February. So that is The Hero of Ages. I did finish it. The second I finished it, I was like, I need to buy these books because I know I'm going to want to reread them again. They are so good. I highly recommend these. If you are a fantasy lover, highly recommend these. So I did end up purchasing these in the box set. It was a box set from Target. It was $60 cheaper to get it as a box set rather than individually. And so I got them in the box already. And I already took them out of the box because the packaging that they came in was kind of damaged. And so when I opened this, I saw, oh no, the box is damaged. Let me look at the books. And thankfully, the books are okay. It's just the box that got damaged. So I wasn't really planning on keeping the box anyway. I just wanted the books. So we have book 1 is called Mistborn. The whole series is called Mistborn, and it used to be called The Final Empire, the first book, but they just shortened it to Mistborn. So Mistborn is book 1. Then The Well of Ascension is book 2. And then, as I said, The Hero of Ages is book 3. And so I love them. I adore this series. It is about a girl named Vin, who is kind of a street urchin / thief. and she ends up joining this crew of people who want to overthrow the government is pretty much what it is. And they're being ruled by this evil guy called the Lord Ruler, is pretty much like a god to the people. He's lived for a very long time, and so a lot of people consider him a god, but they want to overthrow him and kill him pretty much and take over the government. And so the magic system is based on metals in this series. And when you ingest a metal, if you are a misting or a mistborn, whatever that metal's power is, you get to use that power. A mistborn is someone that can use all powers, all the metals. And then if you're misting, it's just one power is pretty much what a misting is. So love this series. Again, highly recommend it if you're a fantasy reader. Even if I would say, if you're not a fantasy reader normally, I would still say pick this series up. It's not super complicated. I think you could handle it. It's not super complicated. It's the best. I loved it. I loved it so much. And I will eventually be getting to the second era, but you don't have to read the second era. It's wrapped up in this one. But I plan on eventually getting to them and the rest of Brandon Sanderson's Cosmere books. So I had to get them because I know I'll want to reread them in the future. Okay, next up is My Lucky Valentine by Courtney Walsh. This is a clean romance book, the second book in its Holidays with Heart romance, and they are interconnected standalones, so you can read them out of order, but I would say read the first one first, which is what was it called? My Phony Valentine was the first one. I read that in February, of course. And then now I want to get to this one in March. So My Lucky Charm. And this is also about one of the Hart sisters. So this is the youngest sister, I'm pretty sure, in this one. And it says, it's no secret that I love life and Dr. Pepper, but also I love a challenge. So when the coach of the Chicago Comets, which is a fictional professional hockey team that is in the first book as well, gives me the opportunity to help their star player, newly traded to their team, acclimate to the life in Chicago. I'm all in. I have to be. After my last job went up in flames, I have something to prove. It turns out that the player, Grayson Hawk, is the rudest, most off-putting, reclusive guy I've ever met. It also turns out that he is the beautiful stranger I kissed on New Year's Eve. I can do this job. I can do this job. I can do this job. And I can really well. I can make Gray's life easier, show him all the reasons to fall in love with this city, and in the process, hopefully completely forget that the amazing kiss ever happened. How hard can it be? We're totally opposites anyway. So sounds cute, sounds fun. And because it is like March themed, I definitely want to get to that one, this month. Okay. The next one I have to share is The Enchanted Greenhouse. I have read this already, and it was a 5-star book for me last year. It was one of my favorite books of the year, The Enchanted Greenhouse by Sarah Beth Durst. But the copy I have is an ARC, and so it's not the same size, and it is a paperback instead of hardback. And I want this one to match with The Spell Shop. So highly recommend these series. If you love cozy fantasy, which I do most of the time, although some can be hit and miss, but I love this series. And the third book comes out in like August, Sea of Charms, I think it's called. I had pre-ordered that one as well, but I love this book. So, so fun. It's about a girl named Turlu who broke a rule where she used magic. She's a librarian on this in this capital city, and in the laws, you are only able to use magic if you're someone that's approved to use magic. Well, she's lonely and she ends up using magic to create a sentient spider plant to be her friend. And you see that spider plant actually in the spell shop. So these are interconnected, but they're not, you're not going to be confused reading this one if you haven't read the spell shop necessarily. But because she ends up doing magic and getting caught with doing magic, they punish her by turning her into a statue so she can be a reminder for everyone in the library that only those approved can do magic. And so next thing she knows, after being a statue, she wakes up on this other island and she's not a statue anymore. And she's like, what am I doing here? Where am I? And she finds out this island has a ton of greenhouses, and she's been tasked by the person that wakes her up to please help figure out what's going on because the magic is dying in these greenhouses. So that's the premise. It's a wonderful, cozy book. I loved the love story in it, and it was so sweet. Highly recommend this series for sure. So The Enchanted Greenhouse. Again, already had a copy, but it's an art copy, and I wanted a hardback copy. Next up is Dawn of the Firebird by Sarah Muggle Rana. I'm sorry, I'm probably butchering this name. And I got this actually just because I couldn't resist the cover. It's so pretty. I loved it. So this is just a regular like first run edition of this book with the sprayed edges. And I just got it on Amazon. It's so pretty. I love it. And let's look at the synopsis together. I don't know if this is a standalone or it will be part of a series, but it is a first book. And I feel like this is a debut offer too. Yeah, this is her first book. So this is the author's first book. Let's see what it is together. So it says, discarded daughter of an emperor, Camilla Zarzad, is raised with her mother's nomadic tribe until a violent raid ends that peaceful life. Amid the chaos of death, the heavenly magic of Nur awakens within her, granting her the power to wield a cosmic light. Camilla suddenly goes from outsider to weapon, finally accepted into her father's court. Now worthy, she trains in combat and poisons, pledging loyalty to his throne. When tragedy strikes again, and her clansmen are defeated by a rival empire, Camilla vows lasting vengeance as she escapes. But Camilla is not alone, for something shadows her, feeding her darkness. So it sounds really good. And eventually I will get to this. I couldn't resist because it's so pretty. Okay. Now, moving on, this is the Fairy Loot edition. I did get it on Pango Books, though I didn't get it as a subscription box at the time off of Fairy Loot, but I couldn't resist. The Teller of Small Fortunes, this is by Julie Leong. This is what got me. Look at the edges. So cute. If you know, I've talked about it in the past. My mother, when she was alive, she was an antique dealer, and she would buy me different antiques that I loved. And one of the things that I loved were little teapots and teacups. And so when I saw this, I had to get it. I was like, oh, and it was a great deal. And the seller that I got this from, it was a great deal. So this is a wondrous and whimsical tale of traveling fortune teller who embarks on a cozy adventure. Follow Tao on this magical journey filled with baked goods and a magical cat as she finds family in the most unexpected places. So let's look at the inside. The dust jacket usually is reversible with the UK cover. A lot of times they'll change like the colors on the UK cover, but otherwise the art on it is the UK version. And then, oh, so pretty. So look at the naked hardcover. That's so cute. I love the colors. It's so, so cute. And then the end papers, and there is foiling on the end papers as well. Let's look at the back one. Oh, it's so pretty. This has pink foiling. That's so cute. More. I love it. I love, like I said, I love cozy fantasy most of the time. So I am excited to get to this. It is on my spring TBR, so hopefully I will get to it soon. So that is The Teller of Small Fortunes. Okay, next is moving on to my Fairy Loot book boxes. One is a pre-order and the other two are subscriptions. So I don't know. We're gonna see what. Actually, I'll do that one. That's my most recent, so we'll do this one. I think this is January's book box. Yeah. Okay, so this is January's. And I did share this one actually already in my spring TBR. So you got to see it a little bit, but I'll show you more of it. We'll look at the whole book together. So this was for January, and it is The Swan's Daughter by Roshani Chokshi. It says, in a kingdom where love can be as dangerous as it is dazzling, Prince Eris enlists the help of Demelza, an enchanted Veritas swan. Together they must navigate glittering balls and hidden truths to discover whether love can truly free them both. So, and then look at it. It's so pretty and whimsical. Look at how pretty that is. It's so pretty. On the back it says, to find love is a curse. And then there's the edges. It's just cream colored top and bottom, but look at how pretty that is. Okay, let's look at the inside. Here is a look at the UK cover. Again, I think this is different colors though, but that's the reversible dust jacket. You can see that. And it says on that, oh yeah, to find love is a curse. So it says the same thing. Pretty. I like that too. I loved all the versions of this. If this becomes like an all-time favorite book, I probably will get multiple copies because I do love the US cover as well. It's so pretty. So I may. Depends on how much I love the book. But here is the naked hardcover. I love the pinks. So pretty. I love that. So pretty. So it looks like she's a redhead. Very cute. And then the end papers, again, we have foiling on those as well. And then the end papers. Aw, it looks like it's going to be such a sweet, whimsical story. Oh, I love it. Let me see if there's a map. I always like to look for maps. Nope, no map in this one, but that's okay. So that is The Swan's Daughter, and I am really looking forward to this one. So this is also spring TBR, as I said, and yeah, it's so pretty. Okay, moving on. Okay, that will be the next one. I'll do the pre-order first. So I got in one of my pre-orders. So excited about this one. So this is the sequel to the Forbidden, my mind just went blank. The Forbidden, what is this? The Floating World. So this is the first book. Adored this one. Almost 5 stars. It was one of my favorites for last year. And I had to get the second one. So this is the sequel. I think this is just a duology. Let's look at it. I'm excited. It is The Demon and the Light. Look how pretty that is. So oh, that's cool. So there is foiling. There's silvery foiling and As you can see in the light, there's like black foiling too. That's really cool. And then the back says the battle is over, but the war is just beginning. And then, oh, so cute, the little parasol. Love that. And the top and bottom are just purple. Let's look at the, yes, the reversible dust jacket is again the UK version. But I think it's more blue tinted, the UK, but that's pretty. Oh, that's pretty too. Okay. And then here, oh, I love the texture. I love the texture of this. So this is kind of a matte, like, I don't know what you call this, like a linen type of texture. The Demon and the Light by Axio. Oh, so pretty. I love it. And that will match, it matches the mountains and stuff on the floating world too. Here is the inside. Pretty. Aw. And then that. So pretty. Let's see if there's a, oh, and this one is signed by the author. That's awesome. And there is maps. I was gonna say, I think I remembered that the first one did have maps. So there is maps in this one. So excited. I'm so excited to get to this one. Like I said, I did love the first one. And so this one, I am looking forward to getting to sometime this spring. I did check out the, I'll show you the just real quick, I'll show you the US. The US covers are completely different looking. So this is what the US covers look like. A different vibe for sure. This is almost giving a little bit more like sci-fi vibe, a little bit, which is interesting. So definitely different vibe from the more like fairy tale vibe of the UK versions compared to this one. But I will more than likely read the inside. The story's still the same, whether the covers look different or not. But I will read the actual library book. That way I don't have to worry about accidentally messing this one up. So anyway, that's the Demon and the Light. Okay, and then the last one is another subscription box. This is February's subscription, YA subscription. And it is for the book The Sun and the Star Maker by Rachel Griffin, who I have read one book by her, Bring Me Your Midnight, I think is what it was called. If I'm remembering the right author, I'm pretty sure that's the one that wrote it. Oh, it's pretty. It is pretty. This one, let's read what the card says. Let's see. In a remote land where light is magic, Aurora is drawn to the elusive Star Maker and his enchanted palace. As danger closes in, she must uncover the truth before winter claims everything. So yes, so this is wintry for sure. So I'll hold off on this until winter. But look at this. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at that. I love the font. And whew, this almost looks like the deer from I'm blanking on the Throne of Glass series. If you know, you know. Doesn't it look like it? It looks like it could be. Okay, let's look at there are the sprayed edges. Ooh, that's pretty. I like the castle on that. And then top and bottom, oh, there we got like clouds or snow. Actually, that must be snow. And then like little stars on the top. All right, let's look at the reversible. Oh, good. We got the reversible. Colors, again, are a little bit different, but this is the cover in the UK and the US. They have the same cover. And I almost prefer the original cover rather than the Fairy Loot. I have to say, this is really pretty. I do like it, but I don't know. There's something almost more like, it almost looks like Art Nouveau-ish, which, again, going back to my mom, it was one of her like specialties. She loved Art Nouveau and did concentrate on that as far as antiques go. Art Nouveau, Art Deco. So I kind of have it holds a special place in my heart. And so that does look a little Art Nouveau-ish. So I may reverse the dust jacket, but we'll see. We'll see what I do. But this is really pretty. Again, it has like a linen type of finish a little bit. But that's pretty. It's all wintry looking. A little village. I like that. I like that a lot. That's so cute. Okay, and then the end papers. Again, foiling. And looks like we're going to be in more than just winter, because that looks summery to me. I like it. That's pretty. Let's see if there is a... Oh, and I am right. Bring Me Your Midnight. She is the author of Bring Me Your Midnight. Yes. I'm looking to see if there's a map. Oh, it even has a table of contents. That's cool. No, no map in this one. That's okay. It's so pretty. I do love it. So that is the Sun and the Star Maker. It is a pretty book. I do really like it. But I will hold off on this until it is winter time, because it's a wintry book. That's it, you guys. That is everything that I've gotten for the past month and a half. And yeah, let me know which one's your favorite out of everything that I've shared. What book aesthetically do you like the best? I am for sure a fan. Probably those are my favorite edges, just because, like I said, so cute and whimsical. And then I don't know, as far as cover wise, they're all pretty. It's hard to pick just one, but these are my babies. Anyway, I appreciate all of you guys. Please like and subscribe if you haven't yet for more book and home fragrance content. And until next time, TTFN. Ta-ta for now.